All right. First and foremost, we're gonna turn the face east and we're gonna give our praises and glory to
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakadash.
double unto the prophet Edison GMS. Citation to you, brother, which word truth and 74 corners. We GMS Mississippi Kim. Tonight we're gonna do let's start off on the Great Whore. All right. The Great Whore, you know what it is? It's a fucking place that we living in. All right. I'm gonna let the brothers take over.
Kind. You know, this woman, what she's the mother of harlots. You know, she's the mother of harlots. What is a harlot? A prostitute, a loose woman. Back in the day, you know, I think still in Amsterdam, a prostitute will expose herself in a window, you know, showing off her goods so you can come to her, you know, so you can pick her, you know. And what is today's culture all about? What is today's culture all about? Exactly that. You know, you have men and women posting pictures of themselves, you know, trying to promote themselves to what? To be picked. They trying to promote themselves to be picked, just like a prostitute. You know, they trying to promote themselves. They show their goods. They show what they worth. Men and women trying to show how much they are valued in this current society, so they can be picked. And what do you have to do to be valued in this society? None but everything that goes against the scriptures. You got people that's tatted up, half naked, just showing them doing all types of abominable things on the internet. So you can view them, so you can pick them. You know. Mm-hmm. What? So this place has taught you to what? To prostitute yourself. You know, this world, this country, this kingdom, America, Babylon, mystery Babylon, this great whore. You know, all nations look at this place, what, for pleasure.
If I may, you just said this place has taught you to prostitute yourself. That's why I call it the mother of harlots.
Mm-hmm.
But the mother of harlots, that's a not only is she a hoe, but she like the head hoe.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? She the one that keep all other hoes in line too for the pimp. So,
that's they got a word for them, the madam.
Yeah, the madam is a I guess a more respectful way of saying head hoe. You know, I'm gonna read the two precepts. I'm gonna read that. I'm gonna read the precept. I got to read NLT and I got a word for you.
You got it.
This is Revelation 17:5, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth.
Why was it a mystery?
It's not given to everybody. It has to be given via the spirit of the Rakak Wadash of Yahweh Shema Shai. Unless you don't have that spirit, you're not gonna understand the mystery. That's why it's a mystery. It's what's that word we were getting it? It's an allegory. And that word allegory goes into using certain symbols and places and things to tell a story, going into the dark sayings. It's all about using a picture to give a certain type of event or a certain type of story, if I answer that the way you want it.
Come.
Precept to go with it. I got you.
Why is it called mystery?
This Revelation 17:7.
Hold on, what's another precept to go into the mysteries only given to certain people?
Oh yeah, the prophets.
Unto them,
the service,
it is given to
secrets.
What is it?
Oh, okay, my bad.
Bring it up.
Because this book is coded, right? Everybody can't get this understanding of Yahweh Shai, right? He only gets to certain group of men.
This is Matthew. This is Matthew 13:11. He answered and said unto them, this is Matthew chapter 13, starting at verse 9. Who hath ears, let them hear. And in NLT, anyone with ears to hear should listen and understand. And the disciples, back in the KJV, and the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? And he answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given.
It was given to what? His elect, his men. For the mystery, not this whole world, you know, not this whole world, not these other nations. Because if they did, they would have plotted to use it against us or hide it even more. But because they didn't have any understanding of it, they couldn't hide it.
I'm saying this too. If for the brother to understand this the mystery of this book, hey, this is a beautiful thing. A lot of people don't get what we're talking about, man. A lot of people wonder how we understand this. It's through the power of Yahweh Shah, man. It's not of us. It's not of us though. But have the understanding of Yahweh Shah, it's a beautiful thing. Right?
You say you got the other one, bro?
Yeah, this is Amos 3 and verse 6. It says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city and the Lord have not done it? Surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealed his secrets unto his servants, the prophets.
Until he revealed his secrets unto the servants, his servants, the prophets. You know, he ain't gonna let nothing come to pass until he, reveal it to his servants. So they can have the heads up, so they can get the warning. So they can look forward to his words, being fulfilled.
And that's what cut to Jake. Jake like to say, well, the Lord wanted me to know something. He'll tell me. No, he didn't say he was gonna do it like that. You can't tell the Lord how he gonna do something. He gonna reveal it to his servants and prophets. The prophets gonna receive it via the Holy Spirit, and we're gonna be able to break it down to you via the Holy Spirit. And if it's for you and it's given unto you to know the mystery, then you'll understand. If not, then you're just gonna be, you're just gonna be doing whatever you do until the Lord see fit to do whatever he's gonna do with you.
That's why this place was a mystery. But like we say,
no, I got that word mystery.
We got it.
This is that word mystery.
Strong's G3466. Stadion.
It says a hidden thing, a secret, a mystery, generally mysteries, religious secrets, confined only to the initiated and not to the ordinary mortal.
The point y'all that you made is that it's a mystery, and the mystery is only given to a few men, not ordinary mortals. Because if we of the elect, we're those first fruits that was back there with Yahweh Shai. Going back into first, going back into protos, mean chief. So there's a particular, batch of spirits, a remnant of spirits, whom the Lord has raised up in these latter days and given them the mysteries, all right, to come and reveal all the mysteries in the Lord's secrets, right? Because it's a time of salvation. So it's important, that we understand the mysteries, because if you don't understand the mysteries, you're not going to know how to maneuver through these times. Because if the mark of the beast, well, what's the beast? What's the mark? The great whore. Well, who's the whore? They ride at the beast. So understanding these things makes it easy for us to pinpoint where we at in prophecy and what's going on in real time. So the mystery is important when it comes to salvation, because if you don't know the mystery, then you can't be instructed on how to move.
If I may add, because you were going into the other week how, we really in the courts of Yahweh Shai, and like going into the court, I mean, we're part of that. And we're right now Baratazah, we make it through. We're a part of that council going into in these times. Because if you read on down, it said a hidden purpose or counsel, a secret will of men. It says the secret counsels which governed by the Most High and dealing with righteous, which are hidden from ungodly and wicked men, but plain to the godly.
Plain to the godly. So what? Those who worship Yahweh by Shema Shah will have the understanding, through the signs, through these wonders, through the things scriptures talked about. We know we're in that place. Just look at the grasp this place has on the people's mind. Everyone acts like a prostitute. Everyone acts like a heathen. You know, everyone acts like they're against Yahweh Shem Shai because this whore is against Yahweh Shem Shai. You know?
I got it in NLT. I know you want that. Prostitutes. Revelation 17:5 in NLT. A mystery name was written on her forehead. Babylon the Great, mother of all prostitutes, obscenities, and obscenities in the world. And I got that.
And obscenities in the world, and that word goes into like just horrifying things. Like, man, that's disgusting. Y'all into that? Y'all doing that?
It's the word obscenities in the Google. It says obscenities are words, acts, or images that strongly offend the prevalent morality, decency, or modesty of a society. In everyday language, the term refers to swear words, profanity, or vulgar expressions.
And vulgar expressions. This place is known for the corn. This place is known for the drugs. This place is known for what? For the murders. All things are offense against Yahweh Shem Shai. You know? Yahweh Shai can't stand to look at. Yahweh Shem Shai can't stand to look at this place. You know?
I think that word obscenity goes back to obscene. So I got this word obscene. It says it's an adjective describing anything that is so offensive, shocking, or repulsive that it goes against accepted standards of morality, decency, and propriety.
That's this entire culture, especially Esau, but that's this entire culture. Because you'll see something on the internet, you go, but over the times, months, years, you're desensitized to it. That's what a pimp would do to one of his workers. You know, they become desensitized to a lot of things. You know,
that's these other nations, because the elites is that pimp. America is that great whore, the number one whore for, and the rest of these nations. That's why I call Mystery Babylon the Great. The whore that sits up on many waters, because she's made all these other countries desensitized to the bullshit. That's why they can go over there, set up military bases. They can go over there and fund into their schools and spread the philosophies and everything like that.
This place, it just, as the word the brother got out, is obscene because it's so doggone against life in a natural way. Yes, bro.
Yeah, the quick one, because you said Yahweh Shem Shai hate to look at this place. It's Psalm 73:20. As a dream when one awaketh, so, O Lord, when thou awakest, thou shalt despise their image.
You despise their image. Everything this place is about, the Lord hates. That's why we have to make sure that we're not in the same pattern or in the same likeness of this place as we're in it. You don't want to be on the side. You don't want to look like something the Lord hates.
Real quick, let's back up again. Romans 12:2. Don't copy, this is the NLT. Don't copy the behavior and customs of this world, but let the Most High transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. Then you will learn to know the Most High's will for you, which is good and pleasing and perfect.
It starts in the mind, it starts in the spirit. You got to learn Yahweh Shem Shai. You got to make yourself ready for him. By what? Changing your mindset. How you gonna when you change your mindset? What you're learning, you're relearning, and where you gonna go to get that knowledge from? These scriptures, and men who has command of subject over these scriptures. Because if you don't you're gonna cleave to something else. You might say, okay, this is wrong. Let me find something else, but that something else gonna lead you straight back to Esau Edom if it's not Yahweh Shem Shai. It's gonna lead you back to these strange gods and these strange ways.
Like the prophet said, mark them. Also, another one, stay away from them that preach you, basically roughly paraphrase anything that go into the knowledge that we've been given. So anybody come to you with the bullshit that's outside the scriptures, no. And then today world, you ain't got to get to cussing at people, you folks, and all that. You just don't deal with them when it comes to their perspective, you know.
And like these a lot of these of course these preachers and these pastors are sold out, but you got so-called leaders in Israel are sold out. You have people saying if we teach that the Gentiles can be saved, we'll get more money. That's like a horse saying, if I do this, he'll buy me. and that's what's happening.
Yep.
That's what's happening.
For the prostitute, she get more customers based on how far she's willing to go.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so just like you said, Jake, this got these false Israelite camps where the further they're willing to go left, you know, the more they can consume. You know, the more crowd they can pull in. You know, because they're willing to go and teach that the Gentiles can make it. They're willing to call on the name of Jesus again. Yeah. You know, so them niggas is being pimped out. You know, Esau was pimping these niggas out like a horse. And what do these niggas want? Attention. You know, so these niggas love all type of attention, man. You know, and guess what? The Lord always give these niggas the attention they don't want. Okay, all these attention whore niggas, man. Okay, you got it.
Then what happens? They go back to looking like this place the Most High hates. They go back to looking like Christian. You went from Hebrew Israelite, there was a difference, but now you starting to look just like Christians again. What's the difference? What's the difference?
I was saying the other week, like mentioned the Lord that cast him into the outer darkness. You know, where the Lord cast you so far away from you, you can't even find your way back.
But what the Spirit say, the Lord say, hey, when the evil spirit had gone from a man, but when that spirit come back, he brings 7 more.
7 more. 7 going to completion. Yep. They had completely gone. Yes,
okay.
This is Revelation 17, starting at verse 1. And there came one of the 7 angels, which had 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, I will show thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters.
You're gonna show the judgment of the great whore. That's including all those that are like her. You know, that's including all those that are like her. So what? You have to change your mind. What change your mind going to? Repent. You know, bethink yourselves. You know, because we're in them times. This is gonna be the most horrific time in existence. You know, it's gonna be the most horrific time in existence.
This is Micah 2:10. It said, "Rise ye and depart, for this is not your rest."
Rise ye and depart, because this is not your rest. I think I was listening to the Captain Abaya when he got into that. You know, this is not your rest. Somewhere you can be at ease. Somewhere you can be at maybe it was the brother Yash. It was one of the brothers. They went into that this week. You know, it's somewhere to make your captivity lighter. You trying to make your cell into to your house. You know, you're garnishing up. You got the tapestry on the wall. you got the tapestry on the wall. You got some flowers. You got some drawings from your cellmates. You trying to be at ease in your captivity. That's what it is. You're trying to be at ease in your captivity, you know, but this is not your rest. You can't really rest here. You can't really stretch out here. You know, you can't be a man here. You know, you can't even deal with your house the way you want to deal with your house here, because you have no power. This is not your rest.
You gotta work. You don't work, you can't pay for shit. You miss one damn day, it's over. I mean, it's just ongoing. 2 months behind. You know what I'm saying? So they all work for work. So this constant, this like It's a damn hamster on the wheel. That's all it is.
Mm.
That's what all it is.
Bring
Hey.
in place.
Get up, hear that damn alarm.
Mm.
Man, I hate the fucking alarm, hate that too, but it's just constant, man. It's not a rest, bro.
Have a cold on your phone. You gotta hide the phone under the seat. You gotta take it apart.
That's why I say too, the water sitting upon bending waters, because the water's going into the people. So that wicked spirit, this unrighteous energy is amongst everybody. You know, especially everybody in Babylon. You know, the philosophies. You know, you got Babylon and everywhere else where this horse sitting. Everywhere else where this same energy get pushed. So when you go to these different countries that's in cahoots with Babylon, I mean, it ain't too far from what you got over here already. It ain't as bad, but it ain't too far fetched. Once you go in a certain part, it's gonna be just like you in Babylon again, man.
Yeah, this place is natural. I mean, you said it years ago. You said, "Oh, you subjugated to that alarm."
The prison officer for real.
Don't get up with that
Don't
motherfucker.
get up.
Man,
Be home.
Hmm?
you gotta get up.
Just today, because I had to go to work and do like something for like these camps, not no camps like school camps.
Yeah.
Doggone, they laid off just like this a whole staff of employees. I'm like, damn. And they was there for years. They broke their back for these people, and they just
We've been seeing that how, you know, what UPS, Amazon, everybody, they wake up, shit, we finna get rid of 50,000.
how can you? Oh my bad. How can you be at rest with that on your mind? In a day, you can lose your job. Then, if you lose your job, that's everything. That's a
That one domino.
Because I think Kellogg, yeah, Kellogg, the cereal,
Oh, come on.
man, they did up here wrong.
How they
The oldest, they've been for years. This place been old for years. Long time. Guess what? That
Like
400,
about 450, something like that.
450 lost their job. Just like
That's
that.
how Esau
Take this
do,
key
cause
off.
not only that shit was calculated, bro, because not only did they fire him, but one you gotta look at Esau like these niggas can't work, then we fire them, man. It ain't no pensions. You know, but they just show you how wicked Esau is too. You know?
This is how you gonna be at rest with that on your mind, you know. But if you had your own land, your own, own plot of land, that's in your backyard. You know, your well-being is in your backyard. Given to you by your how about Shem Yahshua. You got your oil, you got your vegetation, you got your cattle. You got your rule. This place is not your rest.
And my mates like them going back to the topic, the gray horse. What does a pimp do? He let the madam know whatever the gray horse, hey, that motherfucker there, we can't use her no more. That bitch could have been doing everything, screaming French. She could have been doing everything, right the right way. But once the pimp don't need you no more, you gone. And that's how all these countries and these people, mostly the elites too. But that's how all your governors and all these people look at y'all, man. They look at y'all as hoes and cattle.
Because madam is just a female pimp, and doggone one of the tactics of a pimp is making the prostitute think she can't live without him. And what? This Esau Edom has y'all in a position where you can't live without him.
What's what you call talking to pimp? They saying break a bitch. They saying break a bitch. What they talking about?
She selling their ass a dream.
No, you break her mind.
Mhm.
Break her mind. When they saying break a bitch, they talking about break her mind. You gotta break her mind to make her feel like with you she got the best opportunity. With herself she through. But with me you got the best opportunity, which goes back to selling the dream. But you got to break her mind to believe that dream. You got to break her will. You got to break, and then you keep her from learning any other skill besides that. Just like Esau, you work these jobs for 20 years, you don't know no skill but that. If you've been coding for 20 years, that's all you know. So now you got to depend on this nigga infrastructure. You see?
It's all for what? The American dream. Esau, that pimp, man, he done broke you niggas' mind. And he done basically sold you the best dream. Like, hey, without this beast system, you ain't gonna make it. You can't be a part of the economy. For your other countries, you can't trade. They give you all these sanctions and shit like that. But that shows you how they're going into what you're saying, like how the elites they sell that they break they break your mind and they make you think that you need this beast system in order to survive, which is gonna lead to if you don't have your how about Shema Shai, your mind gonna definitely be broken when he corrects your ass with that MOTV.
Because that's the only thing he can do. That's how he's gonna come. It's gonna be a great deception. He's gonna try to convince these people that this is the only way, you know. But scripture told you how Shai gave us tips, words, gems. He said, be wise as serpents, but harmless as doves, from the quote this rapper, he said you can't out snake a snake. You got to be wise as a snake. Like, we see what you coming with, and we don't want it.
It's Micah 2:10. It's a right here depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted.
It's polluted. It is polluted. You just look, obscene. It's obscene, disgusting. You want to be a part of this? You want to be a part of this? Your sons, you have a son, you raise a son, but he come back with a husband. You want to be a part of that? You want this to continue?
In real talk, bro, I did a video. I sent it to you a long time ago. This dude, I think it was whatever. He sent his son. He was like training. He said, man, that broke his fucking heart. Man, he been there crying on. He was like, it really broke him, bro. And you son back my son, the one of them. I be mad as a motherfucker too.
On the shows, bro? Yeah, I think I saw that his son was like
that's
good, bro.
Man, that would really. I don't know, dude. Man, that's why my fault. but guess what? You hear? You can date who you want to date. Be who you want to be. You got 500 goddamn gingers, man. You can marry who you want to marry. Oh, I'm a bird today. I'm a tree today. It's this type of shit we living in. This the bullshit that we deal with every fucking day. You see the shit on the news. Get tired of that. Get tired of looking at them people. But it's where we living in, bro. We can't do nothing about it, bro. That's why we need the Lord, man. I'm gonna finish that, bro. The righteous depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It should destroy you, even with a sword destruction.
Even with a sword destruction, that's gonna be some thermonuclear fire, But it's gonna be, but until you get to that, it's gonna be many ass whoopings before you get to that. You got it, bro.
Yeah, just going right back into this obscene definition. The first one right under that definition is going into sexual content. It says it basically most commonly refers to a material or language that is indecent, lewd, or related to sex in a highly offensive way.
In a highly offensive way. There's so much things on the internet you ain't even know. You don't even know about it until you see it. Until you bring it up in conversation. Like what? I wish I never heard it. I wish I never looked into it. This is how polluted this place is.
Because sex is a form of what? Penetration. And this whore, she's not, actively engaging in sexual content, but she's penetrating these other countries as well. That's how, again, she's able to go over there and just implant herself, in these other places.
That's why this place is trying to get them have their puppets in them different countries to push that bullshit. And that's all it is. They put that puppet in them so he pushed the bullshit. And that's all it is though.
Because he's trying to have a place for him so he can be accepted. Because this man is not acceptable. They know this man is dirty and freaky. They know this man, how this man get down.
And think about it. What can they do about it?
You got to
Because they gonna constantly put sanctions on your ass. and what I don't think it was Ghana. They want them basically. If they don't accept that fruit basket shit, sanctions come, and that's what they do to you. They starve you out. Then they make a coup up. What you call it, president or whatever. He's bad, and that's all it is, bro. Trying to people turn on the president or whatever they are.
You got some more?
It was one more. It says it can also be described. It can also describe an action level of excess that is
of excess, overdoing it. You know, going beyond freaky. You know, going beyond just being it being a hobby or you know a habit. You become addicted, a drug addict, it becomes vulgar. You know? You got it.
It says that is morally shocking or outrageous.
Morally shocking and outrageous. Just man, this place has done a lot of evil and showed a lot of evil. You come here, you gonna get polluted. You gonna get polluted. You gonna hear something, see something that you didn't want to see, want to hear, didn't know about. This place is wild. This place is wild. You know, just like we brought up the other week. You got people who are into bestiality, you know, in many forms. You got anthropomorphism. You got it's something called xenophobia. You know, you're against something that's let me just say someone alien, like saying could they have a topic if an animal could talk and it had a human lover, you're xenophobic. Like, man, get up out of here. Get out of here. You know? This place is disgusting and wild.
A quick precept. 2 Peter 2 is 2 and 5. It says, and spare not the old world, but save Noah, the eighth person of a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the word of the ungodly, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemn them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that shall after live ungodly.
That's beautiful because they were doing all this mess America is on back then. And the Lord said, man, when he saw it, I'm going to flood the whole earth. I got to wash this place clean. He said, but he spared Noah in his house, you know, because they was righteous. Noah was righteous.
Yeah, the Father, he allowed them to have that mercy through Noah. Same way, Abaratazar, you have any seeds, if Yahweh Shai see fit, your family can be saved through you. You know,
Same like lot.
Yeah,
So Noah had to preserve that line. Noah, Shem, you eventually get to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and the tribes. So Noah, was reserved to preserve the lineage of the sons of God. You see, and that's why the remnant, we're going to be preserved, all right, to repopulate the earth with righteous Israelites. You see, because everything that's going to come from us in the kingdom is going to be righteous.
And going back to that first estate.
Yeah, because it's going to be better than that first estate. Why it's going to be better?
We're going to be immortal.
Be perfected. They have the laws in us. Because see, the reason why we go through these cycles of captivity, like El Zahab been going into really since the Assyrian captivity, man, we've been pretty much on the continuous prison sentence. Even go to the dark ages, that was just a little time out, and then we went right back into captivity, goddamn. We like that family, that uncle, your family that stay in prison. You see that nigga every now and then. If you don't go over them 2 weeks when he out, you might miss him for the next 4 or 5 years.
Hey, nigga did more time in prison than he had on earth.
You got that uncle, that nigga that take breaks from prison. That nigga just take a break. Then come out, and what he do, get about 2-3 women pregnant, go back to prison. Come back, same thing, man. So it's like Jake go in captivity with Jake, when Jake be free. What did Jake do? Jake breathe, goddamn. The Moors, what you had the Moors? You know, the Moors are getting down, man. Okay? But then what? Jake go right back into captivity, man. So Jake, you look at the you know, you pretty much saw him up. You know, the history, man, it just been ever since the Syrian captivity, man. Because even in the book of Judges, man, Jake was in and out of captivity, just the prison sentences wasn't that long. They were like misdemeanors. The book of Judges was like Jake catching misdemeanors.
On house arrest.
Yeah.
I'm about to say about judges.
By the time we got to the Syrian, we were catching felonies, man. You see? We were catching straight felonies, man. And the sentence got longer. You know?
You know, but one thing I do know though, one thing is always came through for us too. Every time he do right, he'll send a judge. And guess what? Do well, and get it again. That's it.
You got it.
In verse 7, it says, 2 Peter 2:7, and delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked.
Vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked, or the conduct, the manner of life, the lifestyle that he was vexed. He was disgusted by by how what was going on in Sodom and Gomorrah. You know?
That's what it says in the NLT. It says, but the Most High also rescued Lot out of Sodom because he was a righteous man who was sick of the shameful immorality of the wicked people around him. It says, yes, Lot was a righteous man who was tormented in his soul by the wickedness that he saw and heard day after day.
What? What was that scripture says? Lord gonna be, roughly paraphrasing, Lord gonna be for those who sigh and that cry, you know, at the abominations of this place. You know, that's Lot. The elect is gonna be in the stead of Lot at this time, sighing and crying at what's going on, you know, wishing that the law, statutes, commandment was being implemented. Wishing, hoping, like, man, we need somebody. We need a judge. Somebody need to come out here and do something. You know, like early, point that nigga out. When police came, point that nigga out. Get that nigga out of here. We need some structure.
This is Ezekiel 9:4. And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city and through the midst of Jerusalem, set a mark, which is the Dawah, upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for the abomination that be done in the midst thereof.
Those who are gonna be delivered like Lot. Those who want to get the hell up out of here like Lot. You know, it starts in the mind. It starts in the mind first. Starts in the mind first. You know, because you're not gonna be vexed by this place if your mind and your spirit's not on the same chord of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know?
I think Lamar, Priest Lamar said in his video, I watched his video earlier, he was going into it. The longer you're in Babylon, and you following Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the more and more you begin to be fucking disgusted with this place, man.
The Lord making us known. The Lord making to what, we just don't give a fuck. You know, we becoming cold to this place. We becoming numb. All right, because scripture say what the captive exile hasten to be loose. We just won't get to the other side, man. Because see, all this shit is beyond our control. This shit is so far out of pocket that the only thing left is judgment. Only thing left is for the Lord to judge this place, like going back to the time of Sodom and Gomorrah, going back to the flood. That's the time we in. That's the only thing that suffices that type of judgment. Okay? Ain't no rehabilitating Jake. Ain't no rehabilitating the nigga woman. She gone. These young niggas gone. Our people call themselves young niggas and young hoes. They wear that title proudly. It's over with.
And call themselves demons.
Yeah, demons. Demon time. So you gotta understand, this shit over. Ain't no rehabilitating this shit. Only thing that's gonna suffice is this mass judgment that the Lord coming with, man. That's why he got these nations with this weaponry, okay? They can reach America. What's been the talk lately? They trying to figure out Iran got them nukes or not. Okay, well, you gonna find out. They trying to see how many they got. Count them as they fall. No, you gonna see. along with Russia, along with China, because these nations are nothing but tools for Yahweh Shema Shah, man. Okay? And to bring about the judgment of Sodom and Gomorrah in this age, all right, he's going to use those nations, man. And that technology exists. So anything outside of that, man, is insufficient. Okay? Niggas talking about the community. Ain't no community.
What community?
Okay? Ain't no goddamn community, man. Jake is beyond repair, man. 2/3 with the majority of our people, they beyond repair. The only thing left is judgment, man. Okay? Damn the kids, you know, Jay used to be big on the kids. Trick love the kids. Fuck them kids. These kids are goddamn, they just want to grow up to be bigger demons. They little demons that's gonna grow into bigger demons. We ain't gotta guess what they gonna be. We know.
We see it.
Because the Esau already went to work on them. They under far more enchantments than we were as children. They under far more enchantments, man. Esau get better and better with the enchantments, and he reaching them younger and younger. And then it's more single mothers than it was. So these children have just been left wide open. Why? This is going back the great whore. You see, when you really think about America, America's a paradise for hoes. It's a whole paradise. You see? That's why you can be a hoe and win. In the ancient world, if you was a hoe, you was done. If you had sex one time in your father's house, you done. It's a great chance your life was over with.
Hey,
you outcast of society. You see?
I real talk though. This guy, he go to my gym. He met a girl over in over there overseas. He said something happened. Her cousin went up. She had her pocket. He said they stoned her ass.
Yeah,
they stoned her.
Yeah,
that's right. They stoned her to death
because they understand the ripple effect of this shit. You see, you got certain, because the earth is influenced by Babylon, but there's certain places of the earth that don't get that shit.
Yeah.
Even like Iran. You see, that's why Iran, like, no, they not bringing this shit over here. See, Iran didn't take the sellout package. Now, of course, you got corruption in every government, and Iran has made itself capable for the technocracy. But see, they haven't submitted to this whore. You see, and that's why you got the whore. They want Iran to tap out. They want Iran to fully come in.
Yeah.
You see, but the Lord got their friction because he wants this war to escalate, because this is the war that's gonna set the whore on fire. Going back, because the Most High finna stone the whore with these missiles. Because the power of these missiles in these warheads like stones. So it's gonna be like stones hitting this bitch and explode, man. So the Lord finna get ready to stone the great whore. But going back to the point, America is a whole paradise. OnlyFans. You got hoes that make more money than professionals. Why does whores make more money than electricians? Architects. Think about it. You got hoes that make more money, okay, than most of the military. Yeah. This is a whole paradise, man. This bitch can go from an NFL nigga to an NBA nigga to an actor to this to that. And these bitches have no skills but whores. They just whores. Kardashians, whores. All of them are just whores. You see, the average woman in America a whore. Real quick, get that Amos 17 and Amos 7 and 17. Don't give it back, bro.
Nah, you keep it. Nah, you keep it.
I got it. Amos 7 and 17.
Yep.
Therefore, thus said the Lord Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, thy wife shall be an harlot in the city.
Our wife. And who was meant to be our wife? The Israelite woman. Okay? So the Lord set up America, this great whore, and he turned all our women out. Okay? It turned all our women out. It didn't spare none of them. All our women got turned out the whores, man. And that's how you disgrace a king. You take down the king, all right, and what do you do with his women? You slut them out. You see, that's how you disrespect another king. You take his women, and you slut them out.
What happened with David and
son name?
What's the handsome son? Absalom. Absalom.
Yeah, he popped his woman on the on top of the castle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was popping King David concubines on top of the castle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's what Esau did with our women on OnlyFans.
Mm.
Because who? And then, like, even with going back to these other nations, you Ishmaelites, you gonna get their work too.
Oh yeah.
Because who were they flying over there to Dubai to be human porta potties? Eve.
Like woman. Come.
They don't do their women like that.
Yeah, no.
They do Eve like that. So that's a slap in the face to us. That shows us that's the Lord showing you ain't got no power.
Mm.
You can't control. You can't control your woman. They break you here. Mm-hmm. So the Lord, all right, allow all our women to be whores, man. You know,
the scripture like the woman is the man glory.
Yeah.
The woman has the woman glory. You know what I'm saying? So you're right though.
If I made it for both of y'all points, cause they said, what's that? Like somebody that chick, I think she a porn star, Khalifa girl.
Mhm.
She can't never go home. They said her dad or somebody gonna kill her ass. But going back to what you said, but also circling back around to that judgment. That's why the Lord said the judgment is gonna be like a time like never before, going into Jacob's trouble and everything that lead up to the judgment. Cause we knew that the flood, it wasn't nothing to be done after that. It wasn't nothing to be done after Sodom and Gomorrah. So how much more when we're in a place right now that's worse than both of them situations combined? So that's why, like you said, fuck them kids, fuck Eve, fuck this system, fuck Esau, fuck all of them. Cause we know at the end of the day, ain't nothing we can do.
we all the sons of whores, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's a shame. Yep. We all sons of whores, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Aunties, cousins, all whores, man. Yep. You see, that's a shame. The Lord brought us low. The Lord, I'm gonna show you niggas this time. I got you niggas this time. Cause they go beyond, you know, cause you can beat a man. You see? And those wounds heal. But there's certain things that you can do to a man's mind that he can't recover from.
Mm.
You know, so the Lord got us with this one, man. Okay, you got it, bro.
It says,
Start the topic again, bro.
verse 17, it says, therefore, thus saith the Lord, thy wife shall be a harlot in the city, and thy sons and daughters shall fall by the sword.
Yep, go ahead.
And thy land shall be divided by line, and thou shalt die in a polluted land, and Israel shall surely go into captivity forth of his land.
Does that not sum up our situation?
Mm.
The women are whores, sons and daughters, all right, kill each other,
Mm.
gun violence,
Mm.
okay? We're not in our land. Isn't our land party? And aren't they fighting over our land? Heathens fighting over our land?
Mm.
And then we go into captivity to a polluted place where the brothers going to the whore, the prostitute. Does that not sum up? Amos 7:17. If you want to know our situation in a nutshell, let's sum it up.
Mm.
Okay?
I got equipment and basically that's how. This is Deuteronomy 17, Deuteronomy 23 and 17. There should be no whore of the daughter of Israel,
Mm.
nor a sodomite of the son of Israel. Guess what? That shit running rampant,
Rampant.
bro. I'm telling you. Straight down Atlanta, that shit just to the motherfucking. It just everywhere, really. New Orleans that way, Atlanta, Vegas. You do the fuck you want to do. Vegas, it's a whole nother world.
Oh, no, demon.
Yeah, you got San Francisco that way. I mean, Las Vegas.
Oh yeah, what they say? What happened in Vegas, stay in Vegas.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, but it holds waiting. Like they don't stand by.
Yeah, then and now it's just the whole America.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
the whole America just flooded out, man. This place just
A whole
see?
paradise.
because each generation get worse.
Yeah.
You know, each generation got worse, and that's why the children got worse.
Yeah.
Because the parenting got less and less,
Mhm.
and whoredom got more and more. These hoes are more concerned with their OnlyFans page than being a parent.
Mm.
Okay? Because at least, you know, like I say, we all come from different circumstances. Okay? But at least our mothers did. They were more parents. All right? And after, you know, you lie about, you know, every brother different. But for the most part, you know, a lot of brothers' mothers had their little time, whatever.
Mhm.
But then they eventually became a parent.
Oh yeah.
Settle down.
Yeah, now you in a situation, these hoes never become parents.
Grandmama hoes now.
You know? These hoes never become parents.
Mm-hmm.
So now you got the children just get worse and worse because parenting is gone. Parenting is out the door. You can't say nothing to nobody kids. You know, you can't tell nobody nothing about their kids. Like the younger women ain't willing to listen to someone older to tell them,
Yeah.
don't do that, baby. You used to, grandma and them used to be able to pull the woman to the side and look,
Yeah.
some sense. Yeah, don't worry that. You know what I'm saying? This old now, you can't say nothing to nobody. Everybody's so tough. Everybody going back into a prostitute. A prostitute also part of the characteristic of the prostitute. She bold.
I see. She'll fight grandmama now.
Yeah. Shit, you had that. You had
Mm-hmm.
one Eve knocked on the door, whooped grandma on the front door. You know. So this is what's the real Proverbs 30? I think like 10. I got y'all already.
Proverbs 31 too. Like some girl you start beating up the lady. Open door and beat
Oh
up.
yeah, she started slapping
And guess what?
clap that.
Oh yeah, they killed her.
Mm.
Yeah. That, man, I people are gone, man. They totally gone, man. And you, like I said, like the brother said,
Oh
you
yeah,
can't-
verse
you
11.
can't make them rehabilitate. You can't.
It's over with.
It's over.
Only thing left is the missile. That's why hey, we just watching the news at this point. You know, we just cheering prophecy on.
Because they down here and they trying to pass a law. They catch you young niggas with a gun and everything. Guess what? You get an adult sentence to your ass there.
Yes.
So they trying to pass that law.
And my mate, going back to like Zaquan was saying about the prison sentence, you know, it gets to a point where, you know, ain't no rehabilitation. You know, once you commit, like you said, we committed crimes, and the Lord kept increasing our sentence. But now, through the grace and power of Yahweh Shem Shah, we've learned. We're like, okay, I fucked up. You know what I'm saying? We accepting the chastisement and the rehabilitation of Yahweh Shem Shah. But you other niggas, your crimes are getting to a point where there is no rehabilitation. Where it said there's no bond for what's the paraphrasing? If she had healed, there's no bond for her.
There's no healing Babylon.
There's no healing but Babylon. And when we speak of Babylon, we speak of not only just mystery, but Babylon. We talking about Babylon, the harlot, and everybody that's a part of this system. We're getting to a point where those crimes, there's no more rehabilitation. So what do you get after that? You get a death sentence. And that's what the law is going to give you, nigga, a death sentence. I got that piece up, bro.
Yeah, get that, bro.
See, in Proverbs 30 and 11, there is a generation that curses their father and doeth not bless their mother.
Yeah, so this is that generation for sure. You know, because even it was a time when I would respect, you know, every brother respect each other mother like it was our own. Yeah. They respect each other father like it was our own. Yeah. Uncle, auntie, we respect them. We'll call them auntie. No, there was a time when there was a understood mutual respect. We did what we did, children. We had, but then it came a time to where it was a difference between adults and children. Ain't no more difference. The adults is competing. The fathers is competing with the sons. The mothers competing with the daughter. If the nigga around, okay. So we got a generation. All right, as the scripture say, go ahead.
Verse 12. There is a generation that are pure in their own eyes, and yet is not washed from their filthiness.
Yeah, so here it is. Our people in their mind, okay, they're right. So this has become such the norm. This is a cultural norm now. You know, when something becomes a cultural norm, all right, then it's taught without you having to teach it. You don't have to teach a nigga to be a nigga. It's a cultural norm. You don't have to teach a whore to be a whore. It's a cultural norm. You don't have to set the expectation to be a single mother. All right, it's a cultural norm. These young girls growing up, their expectation is single mother because that's all they know. These young niggas, their expectation is prison, shooting up shit, trapping. That's all they know. That's the cultural norm. So you don't have to sit down and teach the nigga how to be wicked. It's a culture norm. All he gotta do is exist. You
That's why
see?
we say fuck the culture.
I got this real quick, bro, and I got a precept to go with this. I put it in the chat GPT. It says I said this psychological warfare Esau has on our people today has them beyond repair. You know, quoting you. It says that they may be judged, and it says a common point is that the current world system heavily influences people's minds through entertainment, education, social media, advertising, and cultural norms.
Yep.
It says the argument is that many are being conditioned to accept things that are contrary to the ways of the Most High.
Oh, my bad. You said entertainment. What's that new shit them niggas been listening to? This bitch, my wild, my scamming ass niggas at. I can't. You can't go nowhere. You know, some brother be on social media looking for, you know, different things to go into about, you know, to bring maybe do a lesson on. But every time you look up, you got some wicked ass song with some bitch behind it, or some nigga telling y'all the complete opposite of what you need to be doing. You know, but going into what you were saying, bro.
Yep. Yeah, just the precept I want to get is Isaiah 5:20. It says, "Woe to them that call evil good and good evil."
Hey, the good evil, bro, and evil good. And think about it, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna ruffle some fellas. That show Nemesis.
Oh yeah.
Because before I seen it, everybody, man, I hate that nigga Isaiah. Like, damn, okay, let me watch this. I'm looking. I'm like, why they hate Isaiah? He a hater. Oh, he a hater.
Nigga doing his job.
He's a murder. He's a homicide robbery detective chasing nigga that's murdering and committing homicide.
Oh yeah.
No, they went on a spring of robbing people.
And they said that, and everybody hated Isaiah, but you look at the setup, they romanticize the criminal. Everybody love this nigga Coltrane. He the good guy. How? How is this nigga the good guy? So when you go into their show Nemesis, and then Esau use these enchantments where they romanticize the villains. Because you look at Coltrane, like the woman was in order. Okay. He was this stand-up business guy, so-called. Okay. And he was this leader of men.
The chivalrous thief.
Yeah, the chivalrous thief.
The American dream.
But then when you go to Isaiah, what did you have? Woman out of order, son out of order, right? Father, they bump heads, sound like the curse. Co-workers. So it's like, here it is, Isaiah is fighting crime, but he's the villain. That's Esau using enchantment, because think about it. The way Coltrane is treated on that show, that's how niggas are treated in real life. The way Isaiah is treated on the show, that's how working class Israelite men are treated in real life. You see? So going back to a major way that this nigga got people to look at good as evil and evil is good. What's through these goddamn music and TV and media, man?
That's
You know?
you said music.
Yep.
The chivalrous
Finish that real
thief.
quick.
Oh my bad, go ahead.
It's Isaiah 5:20. It says, "Woe to them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light."
They put darkness for light. Because guess what? Because see, we old enough, we can see, especially in the spirit, we can see these things. But you got young Jake, 7, 8 years old, watching that Coltrane the hero. Isaiah, you know, and we can go all into that, because look at the names. You had Coltrane, nigga Dion, all right, what nigga Scroll.
Yeah, Scroll.
Whole body nigga, man. But then when you go to, his name is Isaiah.
Son named Noah.
His daddy named Amos, which goes back to Amos. And then what was the name of the son that died? Josiah. You see?
Haters of the good.
That part slipped me, bro.
It was so
Y'all missed that.
Esau putting
I got it.
Esau putting a major enchantment out there, man.
Yeah, I missed that one. I got the father and son, but I ain't paying attention to the daddy.
So it's like Isaiah couldn't do no wrong. He
Yeah.
couldn't do no right.
Yeah.
Coltrane couldn't do no wrong, and he's a career criminal. Isaiah is law enforcement, and he couldn't do right.
He couldn't sleep in his own house.
He couldn't sleep in his own house. And his woman worked against him. His son work against him. His father work against him. And then they find, oh, he was right. At the end of
Sound like
nigga,
an
duh.
Israelite man.
And then when Coltrane come up with an idea, he a genius.
Right.
But then when Isaiah come up with an idea, oh, he'll know it all. We're like, well, goddamn. You see? So Esau pushed these movies out here and these enchantments, and he really romanticized wickedness, but he villainized order. Okay? So what they could call Isaiah what? Toxic masculinity.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Then they say, Isaiah, you just like your father. How? they said his father was a gangbanger killer. He arrests gangbangers and killers and murder. How is he like his father? You know? But I'm looking at him, I'm saying Esau put some heavy enchantment. I said, man, this is my last nigga series I'm ever watching.
But then, if I may, bro, you got what was it? Then you got Coltrane. He going, nigga putting his life at risk for other woman. This nigga went on a suicide mission in the hospital to save her. So it's that whole thing in Babylon. I get what you're saying too, because he said that term chivalrous thief. You said the whole thing go back to like entertainment, right? Chivalrous thief refers to the term shiesty. Most commonly refers.
I was just looking that word up on the way down here.
It said most commonly refers to a black ski mask or balaclava going into a facial covering that goes over the head. It says used in hip hop culture, named after the Memphis rapper Pooh Shiesty. He made the look famous by wearing one in his music videos and on stage.
Yeah, the word I had was deceitful, or shady.
Yeah, it's an older term for chivalrous thief. It's an older term for chivalrous thief.
Yeah. This Jeremiah
chivalrous thief.
This Jeremiah 2:21. I'm gonna read it in the NLT. But I was the one who planted you, chosen a vine of a pure stock, the very best. How did you grow into this corrupt wine vine? Wine vine.
Going back to we was planted a noble, righteous plant. How do we become a degenerate vine before the Lord? And this last captivity, we were raised by a whore. Okay, America, man, we were raised by a whore. You see, and became what? Degenerate. Because if you raised by a whore, guess what? It put you in survival mode, man. You know, so you got a nation of people that's been in survival mode, man. Okay, all these generations, man, to what you see today, man. Okay, so we became a degenerate vine. All right, first by us disobeying our power, and then him putting us in captivity, man. You know, and then we just got worse under the Lord. You know, the same everything that the Lord punished us for. All right, Esau gave us the green light to do it freely. You know, he incentivized us to do the shit that we got punished for and put in captivity for, man. You know,
what's that? You get what's that scripture? You know, I get it. Folly is set at great dignity.
You know, Ecclesiastes 10 and 6. Yep.
Ecclesiastes 10:6. Yep. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich, sit in low places. You know why? Because look, so just like the example, bro, the priest brought out, is that what? Folly is set in great dignity. What? You idolize whores, drug dealer, murderers. You idolize you know, just you idolize the mafia. You idolize gangbanging. You idolize everything that is folly. That's stupid. That's evil. You know, and the rich, what? The righteous, those who are of upright mindset, what? Are in low places. What? They're at the bottom. You know, they seen as less than what? The damn bandit, the damn vagabond. You know?
I say, you go into it, Esau, you know, and this in all his, you know, movies, okay, because he make, you know, the villain like a hero. You know, he make really wickedness, he romanticized wickedness, man. That's really getting you, he's really romanticizing himself. You know, because now people are more acceptable to Esau, you know, but with Jake, he used Jake. You know, he really pushed those enchantments on Jake to where our people, like I say, you don't have to teach Jake how to be wicked. The culture gonna teach you. Let's say you don't have to teach these women to be whole. The culture gonna teach them to be whole.
So when you study a lot of business, one thing you realize is Esau just teach Jake to be open with the shit, while Esau do all the shit behind closed doors. And why you have when they pass certain amount of laws for them to get tax write-offs and tax cuts, all that shit is really just legalized robbery. Esau just has a system to where he can't be held liable for this shit, but Jake can. I got a precept for you.
Bro.
This is Proverbs 17 and 15. He that justified the wicked and condemned the just, even they both are an abomination.
You're condemned.
To water. Proverbs 17 and 15. He that justified the wicked and he that condemned the just, even them both are an abomination to the Lord Yahweh.
Yeah. So this is a society that justify the wicked. You know, this is a society that justifies a whole culture that does nothing but destroy itself. Okay? Here it is, you can put a nigga that you don't even know what this nigga's saying. This nigga sell out with NBA YoungBoy. I don't know what the fuck he's saying. You know? You got a nigga that you don't even know what he's saying, and you just put this nigga on stage and they pack out. Okay?
I got demons.
Yeah. The whole ritual is a whole ritual. So here it is. Yeah, and this nigga's glorified. You see? That's the thing. Now, Mike the Mechanic, if he had two women, he the worst thing ever.
Misogynistic.
Yeah. But NBA YoungBoy, he can get the earth pregnant. No problem. Nothing said.
Yep.
You see? Because why? Going back to evil good, good is evil. You see? So a nigga like that is honored in this society, man. That's why I say this ain't our rest. That's why you gotta let people. That's why you gotta let the world have this shit, man. We shouldn't even be interested in playing this dumbass game anymore. Yeah. Ain't no way we can unsee what we see, man. Okay.
Esau really making fun of you niggas, cause then they had like that deaf rapper for a while. There was a thing that was going around, nigga with deaf, he was just, like Esau really making fun of you niggas, bro. That show y'all think it cool. Esau really putting enchantments on you niggas and laughing at you. You know, I got another precept though, bro. This is Malachi 2 and 17. Ye have wearied the Lord Yahweh with your words, yet ye say, wherein have we wearied him? So they asking a question like, how have we wearied the Lord with what we're saying? What have we said, you know, that may have been offensive or whatever, you know, to the Lord? And it goes on, when ye say everyone that doeth evil is good in the sight of the Lord Yahweh, and he delighted in them, or where is the Lord, where is the Most High, where is the power of judgment?
Yeah,
so
our people think just because they're not getting judged immediately. Matter of fact, get that real quick in Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. You see, our people think just because they don't get immediate judgment, okay, as if the Lord is okay with how they're living, man. Our people think the Most High is okay with this bullshit culture, man. Okay, this is a culture of rebellion, and because judgment is not executed speedily, but you can get it, bro.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, you can. This is Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully setting them to do evil.
Yeah, so just because judgment don't happen immediately, okay, niggas continue on, they get bold in their wickedness, man. That's why he's going and show you that. That's why you have, like we always make the point, these same niggas, they got all these bodies in Jackson or Baltimore. They not gonna go to the next county where Esau don't play that shit because they know it's consequences over there. But when you got a place where there's no consequences, okay, wickedness abounds, man. People become bold in their wickedness, man. All right, and it's to a point to where it's just happening. And you go, like I say, you go amongst our people, man. You know, you can do anything and damn near get away with it, man. You know, you can damn near do anything amongst Jake and get away with it, man, and be glorified for it, man. You know, not only not only are you not shamed for it, but you're glorified the exact opposite, man. Okay? You feel that?
Yeah, no, it's in the NLT. It says when a crime is not punished quickly, people feel it is safe to do wrong.
Yeah. And Esau set that atmosphere up. Now, so you got certain pockets, you know, where they don't get that shit, especially where Esau went.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but these places that are populated by the tribes, Esau let these niggas have it. As long as these niggas stay within these little confines and do their shit.
When they bring in this, like
Yeah.
the situation happened like a week ago. Shooting at the park complex, right? The cop said, this don't happen in Brandon.
Yeah,
That happened. He said this happened in times, but it did happen in Brandon. But he was like, Guess what today? 2-3 cars drove by the apartment. They was in the apartment complex. Same shit, but he said this shit don't happen over here.
And they got the nigga.
Yeah. I think they got him. Yeah, no, young Jake, no, yeah. It's called. I think he's like it's like falling that something. Smoking like a nigga.
Yeah.
Jake.
Big old gun.
Yeah.
Like a nigga.
I got that term shit with these week, bro.
You got it.
At least when you're going into cold train, you know, and I really have been looking at it from, you know, what the brother was saying, and that's really niggas that this is what you niggas call righteous. This is the term chivalrous thief, often known as a gentleman or a phenomenal thief or phantom. That word had my tongue twisted. Phantom thief. It says it is a classic fictional archetype driven by a strict moral code that utilize wit, charm, stealth to steal from the wealthy and corrupt while avoiding unnecessary violence. And when you put all that together, what's Esau? A cunning hunter. So the nigga that really he's a exact prototype of Esau. Esau do the same shit. He just do it behind closed doors. He got a system that he can put shit in order where he can do the exact same thing and let this happen. That's why the whole world is wicked. It don't matter what. We understand that they legalize wickedness. You know, where we have to follow, you know, we have to follow laws, you know, the law of the land to the best of our ability to get to a point where the scriptures say not to. But we know that Esau, he legalized it on his side. That's why it's a world full of wickedness.
If I may add, he romanticized that wrongdoing, that being a criminal, because like if you look at the movies back in the day, they used to romanticize a drug dealer. Why you selling drugs, man? I'm trying to do this, feed my family. Feed my family. Why she was in the shop? Why she selling her stuff this? I'm trying to take care of my kids.
Yep, okay. My bad. What you got? You got the thief, you got the drug dealer, you got Eve being the victim, you got Eve being the whore. When you really put together all the so-called your black entertainment television, they're really just it. But it's a whole what they call it. You own like the what they call it, like ABC, BET. You know, like the stations. ABC, BET, NBC. Network. It's a whole network full of enchantments. It's a whole network full of enchantment. Cause what's your main person on that motherfucker? Tyler Perry, this sweet ass nigga.
But the thing about it too, they do it because you ask them, like so we always tell you, who stole the cookies? What did she say? The black man stole the cookies. It's always putting the black man to be a drug dealer in the movies. You know who controls the movie? Black man the drug dealer, the black man the robber, he the murder, and that's what it is. We all the face of every damn thing. Esau doing that. It's like a smear campaign, and then that's why I can remember this video, man. This woman said before they come over here, if you come from Africa, wherever you come from, guess what? They sit you down. Guess what? They'll tell you. Don't talk to them.
They call they give you a brief.
Don't talk to them. You got hoodies on. We criminals.
But then you got that going on. Then like going to the brother point, they were romanticizing part. You see, the whole thing of like the single mother, they romanticized it like the woman was a hero. It ain't going to her poor decision making.
Not at all.
You know, it didn't go into poor decision making. You see? And then going back to the point, here it is, they'll romanticize the drug deal. But wait a minute. Wasn't Isaiah's father a gangster? Why did he come out a gangster? So Jake can blame the environment, but we all know brothers that grew up in the same neighborhood, the same house, and they came out different. But what happened to the Jake in the neighborhood that ain't on their rah-rah shit? They ridicule him. They terrorize him. Jake make you kill him. Jake make you have to be a killer. Like, you cannot be on that shit. Okay? But you looked at as a prey. So when you go into how they romanticize the shit, like I say, the drug dealer that was doing to feed his family. Well, wait a minute. Isaiah was paying his daddy bill, right? Was he a drug dealer?
Yeah. But the nigga said, I see you next month.
Yeah. So he was paying his daddy bills, right? With a professional job. But Esau don't push that. He don't push that you can be an electrician and take care of your mother. Because really, and then that's another thing. It show you how backwards it is. It ain't the son's job to take care of his mother.
Right.
That ain't his responsibility. That's what they call him, sonsman.
Yeah.
That's not his responsibility.
Boy, I hate that shit.
To have to take care of your mother. That's showing you that we are cursed and broken people. Now, you got Jake in a situation, because you got certain Jakes that do what they got to do, but they really trying to get out that shit. But then you got Jakes, they love that shit. Niggas like Coltrane, all that money he had, so he couldn't have been quick. What I say? I said they could have been stopped, bro. No. But Jake love that clout. That comes with being a street nigga. Okay? That comes with being a hero. Because the street nigga's a hero. So it goes beyond, okay, if you wanted to do this, and because Jake be in fucked up situation, the situation is what it is. And you can understand some Jake situation. But Esau romanticize that shit and make it seem like, okay, any nigga selling dope, as long as he's doing it to feed his mother, he's justified. Was he doing it to feed his family? He's justified.
He a real man.
Yeah. But every single mother, she got there by being some type of victim. It's always some villain nigga that just snuck up, got her pregnant, and went back into the shadows. Not poor. He don't add poor decision making into this situation. No, this bitch made poor decisions. Okay, she was a whore. Okay, then they do it 2, 3, 4 times. Okay, but he romanticized that shit. You got it, bro.
Hey,
Because they got, going to what you were saying, they got one movie now where I can't remember who was telling me about this shit. Cause I was asking questions. They were like, the movie, roughly paraphrased, the movie basically went into how it was his mother and her two daughters. And the movie just started out with the father had a restraining order. And we don't know no prior, no history, no nothing. But now all of a sudden the daughters and everybody want to kill the father for something he did. I was like, well, what the nigga do? They don't explain that in the movie. I was like, hold on. I was like, so these niggas that popped up, ain't nothing happened in between.
I'll turn that shit off.
Man, I was like, man, I don't want to talk about that shit, man.
Hey, I got this real life scenario right here. This happened in real life. I had remembered it and I wanted to bring it up. Listen, in 1958, a Harlem, New York man named Robert Lane gave 2 of his sons highly contrasting names as an appropriate behavior experiment. The fates of the 2 brothers ultimately reversed the expectation set by their names. The brothers' lives unfolded as this. Loser Lane, this man named his son Loser Lane, right? Despite his unfortunate name, he excelled in academics, earned a prep school scholarship, attended Lafayette College, and joined the New York Police Department. But this man was treated as a lame. Yeah. He was treated as, the loser of the family. Now, the other son, Winter Lane, conversely, he developed a lengthy criminal record with more than 30 arrests for offenses such as burglary, domestic violence, and trespassing as he served time in the state, and he was treated as a popular kid in school.
Exactly.
And this is a real life thing that happened.
1958.
1958. His name was the father's name was Robert Lane. He was a Harlem, New York citizen.
Then you got the other one on Eve's side. We were going to that. Eve killed one of her kids. The other daughter stood to stand against her ass. Esau let her go, and then gave her custody of the other child.
So she later killed, right?
Yeah, she killed one of the kids, and the daughter it testified against her. And Esau, they let the bitch go. You know, but that just showed you how this system, you gave an example of Jake. That's why I said that. It shows you how this system is behind niggas and hoes. And none of them do no wrong at all.
Folly is set in great dignity, you know, because because you could tell by this, you know, they had the upbringing they had, you know, winter language, you know, in the streets doing all this and stuff, but he was popular. Like it was a site that they said they were going to their lives. Like Winter Lane was that street nigga.
Yeah.
And Loser Lane was that so-called lane.
Yep.
But look at him now.
Righteousness is lame.
Hmm.
In this society, right? Matter of fact, real quick, let's get Isaiah 59 and 15. That's gonna, and then we're gonna get it KJV and the
Isaiah 59.
Yeah, 15. You know, because this sums it up, man. See, because we grew up idolizing them niggas. We thought them niggas were heroes, man.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be like the Mob. You want to be like, all right, Scarface.
Mhm.
You want to be like
Rappers.
Tupac. You want to be like rapper T.I. You want
Al
to be
Capone.
like all them niggas, man. You know, because what do because especially the mob, the mafia really was a way to romanticize wickedness.
I used to be on that.
Yeah, because all Jake, they get the little crew, they call themselves the mafia,
Mm-hmm.
GD Mafia. You know, yeah, mob, nigga. Yeah, Black Mafia. BMF, what that Black Mafia family?
Yeah.
Even when you watch the BMF series, you be rooting for Meech. You know, they say no, you be rooting for it, but they just show you Meech giving money to his mama. They don't show you the hundreds of thousands of families that he ruined.
He destroyed.
Yeah, they don't show you that. They might show a family, you know, a Jake that was working in the plant, but now he's strong. They don't show you that part. They don't show you the dysfunction that drug caused.
Mm-hmm.
Esau is the source of it, but see now when the time for what? But see, what does integrity kick? Because it was a time, because even certain women, certain mothers, they started accepting their sons being dope boys to where he's the favorite son now.
Mm-hmm.
There was a time when, hey, the father and mother, man, you gotta get away from here. Nigga, we'll be poor.
Mm-hmm.
Even like on BMF, they demonized his father because he wasn't with that shit.
Right.
Because he was trying to rule his household. But then when here it is, Big Me selling bricks. Okay, but then he dealt with a woman that wasn't married, another woman that wasn't married, and he's the biggest villain on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I think they demonized the dude, BB Mickey, because he was a part of it, but eventually I think he wanted to do the right thing or something like that. But basically they always demonize the character who has some sense of moral, or a person who may come back to some form of trying to do it right.
Then if I may, real quick, a quick point, they used to always kind of know, you grow up doing this. You grow up doing this, like then they showed on TV, like you'll grow up having a stacking your shoebox under your bed. As long as you breaking your mom off or something, you the good guy. You know, but you doing all this crazy stuff, robbing, selling drugs, doing all that stuff. But you the good guy, you the man.
Yep. And they push that pressure on young Jake that he gotta be responsible for his mother's poor decision making. Yep. You gotta be responsible for your mother's poor decision making as a son. Nigga, soon as you get the ability to make money, nigga, you gotta put something on bills. I'm talking about 12, 13, 14, like, god damn.
My first job, I was about 13, 14. I'm about 14 years old.
You got, bro.
This Isaiah 59 and 15. Yeah, the truth fell it. and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey.
The truth faileth, and when you depart from evil, you make yourself a prey.
Mm.
So that's why you're around Jake. You gotta get on that shit to get them niggas off you, man.
Mm.
They don't say, yo, guy that had a song, nigga. He said, yeah, I had that Glock in the locker, nigga. I don't want to die. Shit. What you mean? If all these niggas killers, you ain't got no choice. You know? So this environment there, like I say, the dope boy is the favorite son now.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be the son that, you know, went and did something professional, went to school. That used to be the favorite son. But now it's the dope boy, the street nigga.
No.
That's the favorite son of the family now. You know?
So you about life.
Yep, you got it.
It says, and the Lord Yahweh saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment.
The Lord is displeased that the judgment is off at this place, man. That's why he raising us up to where we can see this shit. Like we watch shit, we see the enchantments, and we see, man, shit off, man.
Mm.
You know, you look at this shit like, man, shit off, man. You know, and if we displeased that, the Lord is far more displeased that
Far more.
how off this shit is, man. Okay, that's why the only thing left is judgment, man. It's been gone for too many generations. You can't bring it back.
Mm. If I may add, like even our sensibility of righteousness, it still ain't to how about somebody said our righteousness like a filthy rag.
Right.
We ain't truly got it yet, but
Yeah, exactly.
we hope we trying. You know, we trying.
Because out of all places, Atlanta, with these two Jake, they got what they call prison rescue. You going to these niggas' houses talking to these 4 kids. The two Jake, they go to the single mama calling when the kid getting out of order. That's supposed to be a father's job, man.
Hey, man, yeah. Dumb as hell what's going on.
Right.
Y'all
This is-
seen that shit?
Yeah, it's like
That shit good for optics. But while you talking to these two niggas, there's 2 million of NBA young boy being created and turned loose, man. Yep. You know? We end it right there. Shut it down. But yeah, that's the point. You know, Lord will, you know, you brothers, all right, and you sisters edified, all right. First and foremost, we're gonna keep it going like we do and give all praises to
Yahweh by Shem Yahushua by Shem Kakadash.
all right. Peace and blessings, salutation, and hope for Shalom.
Shalom.